Here with head softball coach Greg Brierley. Coach, start off by talking about how practices have been. You've been a couple weeks in now with official practice. Kind of talk about points of emphasis and kind of the state of the team there with practice.
Practices are going real well. I'm extremely proud of the girls coming back from break 2 weeks early, doing 2 weeks of two-a-days, and then once school started, we went back to a normal one-day practice. Everything is improving as far as the practice. Our pitching is coming along really well, our hitting, our fielding, all aspects of the game right now where we're at just prior to our season. We're very happy with what's going on.
Good. First part of the season, first game coming up here soon. Talk about some of the points of emphasis in preparation for practice as focus kind of gets narrowed down there in preparation for Albion.
As we get closer to our first game against Albion, we are really focusing on our pitching and our hitting. We really want our pitchers to hit their spots and read the batters and know what they're doing when it comes time to throw each pitch that's called from the dugout, and our hitting as well. We're working extremely hard every day on our hitting, and you have to score to win, and you got to hit the ball to score. So I'm really happy the way things are going along.
Talk about a little bit the success you had last year and how that translates into energy in practice and the focus there leading into that first game.
Last year was extremely well. We continue to improve year after year. Last year we finished third in conference, which is the first time we finished third in conference in 15 to 20 years. The 3 years prior to, we finished fourth place, so we're always on the move and getting better. And this year we expect nothing less.
Good. And then talk about a little bit how that translates into the makeup of the schedule this year, being able to play some of those tougher teams early. How does that prepare you, and kind of what's your focus headed into that tough conference or a tough schedule early into the season?
It speeds things up a little bit. We're jumping right out, playing 2 games here in February, and then 1st of March we head to Alabama. And when we go down to play Alabama, we play 3 of the top 20 teams in the nation in our first 4 games. So it kind of speeds things up with our practice and how we need to get things done. But the team is ready, and they're ready to step up to the challenge, and they want to meet their goals for the season.
Talk a little bit about makeup of the roster. You do return a good core of experience and players that have received significant playing time and have had that success in the last couple of years, but then you also bring in a talented core of recruits. Talk a little bit about that mix. And
This year is extremely exciting. I'm very proud of this year. This is my first 4 years of recruiting. Last year was my first 4-year class, but I didn't recruit the seniors last year. This year I've got everybody in the program I recruited, the coaching staff recruited, and we're extremely pleased with that. We've got 7 of our 9 returners coming back this year, 7 of our 9 starters coming back this year, and finishing in 3rd place last year with our pitching and hitting, and going forward, it's just going to be a great season, and the younger players that we have coming up are proving themselves, right from the freshmen up to the juniors and sophomores are stepping up, and they're ready to fill in whenever they need to be called upon.
Good. Talk a little bit about kind of the leadership roles of some of the captains that you have, and what the expectations are for them, and how that's trickled down so far, not only in preseason practices, but what you'll be relying on them for during the heart of the season.
Yeah, we've got 4 captains. They're all seniors, but out of all of our seniors, we've got 7, and they're all leaders. Even though the 4 have been considered captains, we look at all of our seniors as leaders, and they all know that. So we continue to meet with our captains, and they know that they're to handle things on their own and keep the makeup of the team together as far as doing team bonding and team events, and just keep the positive upbeat of what we want for our softball program here at Concordia.
Good. Talk about a little bit some of the positions you're probably most comfortable with, and will kind of be your strong suits, and then maybe are there any areas that still have question marks or still trying to iron some things out at this point in the season?
I think we're strong everywhere. Our pitching's coming back. We've got a large pitching staff this year, which makes it real nice. We've got 5 senior pitchers, and we've got 2 freshman pitchers and 1 sophomore pitcher. The freshman and the sophomore are all first-year players here at Concordia, and the makeup of our pitching staff is really going to help us this year. we have all aspects from the left side, the right side, speed pitchers, slow pitchers. We're excited about our pitching staff this year. Behind the plate, we've got a senior behind the plate that's been all conference for the 3 years that she's been here so far. And then, we've got our second baseman and outfielder that graduated last year. And we've got players that are stepped right in and ready to take over those roles too. So we're sitting really well with the current team that we have returning, and all the players from freshmen to juniors that are ready to step up and play.
Along those lines, then, what can an average fan, I guess, expect to see when watching Concordia softball? I think last year you had good versatility with the pitching, exciting pitching. Also, really high-powered offense, scoring a lot of runs, home runs, things like that. Kind of, what do you hang your hat on when talking to the average fan coming to watch the softball game?
One of the things that we really like to stress here is everybody plays. We run a varsity program and a JV program, but we don't have two separate teams. As people are being recruited here and our players step up to play each year, that they know they're going to come here and play. So, letting the fans know that no matter who is on the team, everybody's going to play every day.
Good. And lastly, you mentioned earlier talking about finishing third in the WAC. Talk a little bit about the conference makeup. It's a nationally recognized conference, and talk about kind of your position there, and maybe a breakdown a little bit of what to see from other WAC schools with softball this year.
It is. The WAC conference is one of the most powerful conferences in the country when it comes to all sports, to include softball. We've always got 2, possibly 3 teams that are in the national rankings and continually getting better. I see ourselves as a softball program continuing to go on the rise. Every year that we lose our seniors, we've got better players that are coming in and stepping up and filling those roles. I expect this year that, with the loss of our seniors and other conference teams and their seniors and the pitching staffs and everything that's going on in the conference, that, we should be right up at the top this year. Finishing third last year is a great feat for us, but we don't want to stop until we get to the top and get to the national tournament.
Good. Well, I guess just to conclude here, what will it take for Concordia gets that top spot, or potentially gets that national tournament this year? Confidence in getting everybody to believe the big picture, and everybody has individual goals and team goals, and the coaches do too. And I think once everybody, and I know everybody's bought into our philosophy here and what we want out of the program and where we want to go, it's there's no stopping us with our returners and our new players and where we've been in the past and where we're going to in the future. Everything looks good here for Concordia University softball. Good. Well, thanks for your time today. Head softball coach Greg Brierley. Good luck.